way in.
Let them come.
We're outnumbered.
What else is new? Those bastards take us down. At least we go down together.
What's a Sundance?
Go out swinging.
Hold on. You sure you want to do this, Jody? It's Sam and Dean.
So, what'd you think? I'm sorry, kid. It's a crappy ending. You and your brother deserve better.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean it. It hurts me to see it go out like that. Listen, I know our friendship has seen better days. But you have to know, you and your brother matter to me. Deeply. You still do. I want better for you both.
You know, Chuck, I've seen your plans. Dean and me, Cain and Abel.
You don't know what you saw, Sam.
I know it didn't look better to me.
Okay, so that way? You being monsters? You being killed off by your friends? You really like that ending better?
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. What a great episode we had tonight. Supernatural returns after a full month of hiatus. And God shows a pretty bleak future to Sam. After he kidnaps him, he shows him what the actual future will be. Does not look like he's lying. Doesn't look like God even needs to lie. He wanted to break Sam, and all he had to do was actually show him that future. So it seems like this future is even worse than we actually see in the other endings. We thought we saw the endings before. Turns out to be alternate endings of alternate Sam and Dean. You know, Demon Sam, Lucifer Sam, Mark of Cain Dean, all of that. It was either alternate Sam and Dean or alternate endings. God confirms those weren't our Sam and Dean, so now we know for sure. But he shows him this Sam and Dean ending in order to break him so he doesn't have hope anymore and the wound can heal, because otherwise apparently God cannot heal that wound, cannot set himself free. So he does show Sam what's to come. The boys end up being turned into monsters. They lose everyone, and Bobby kills Monster Sam at the end, and I'm sure he goes for Dean next. Dean kills Jody and everyone else they loved. They lose everyone else, so pretty bleak future that definitely no one wants. Sam is convinced that he doesn't want to trap God anymore, because if he does, this future will probably come through. So what happens is he hesitates at the end, and God does not disintegrate him, but he does disintegrate that trap, and Kes was the one who's gonna carry Mark of Cain, carrying God in this case, trapping God. So the great thing about that is Dean does not get angry at him at the end, and he kind of accepts it. That's not typical Dean. Typical Dean would have been angry, but after he prays to Castile and kind of comes to terms with his anger issues, he accepts and trusts Sam for not going through with their plan after everything Dean and Kes have been through to Purgatory to get the spell and all of that. Sam decides not to go through with it, and he simply explains to him that, well, we wouldn't have a good future if we went through with that. It doesn't give him details, but Dean doesn't even ask him to explain. He's just like, that's all I needed to hear. So it's a great acceptance from Dean at the end there. But either way, that ending is terrible. Definitely do not give me that ending, even if it's like 2 years into the future, suggesting 2 more seasons, which I know we won't get for now, because Jerry's new show has been confirmed, Walker. So even though the date, I think it says 2021 first, then the events jump to 2022, the end of the story of the boys, turning into monsters, getting killed by Bobby and all of that. That's 2 more years of Supernatural, according to God. So as much as I want those 2 more years, I don't want that ending. So I'm with Sam there, and that he decided not to go through with it. Dean tells God, you know, we're not gonna give you the ending you want. You played with other Sam and Dean, they're your toys. We're not your toys, so pretty much go to hell. The same way he told him at the end of season 14. And he punches God. That's pretty awesome. He knows that it's not gonna do anything to him, but he had to do it. So that was pretty epic. So yeah, definitely that bleak ending, guys. No way we're gonna get that. What ending we're gonna get? Really no idea, because Jensen did not like that ending. He read the actual ending of the show when he first read it, as we heard from him in interviews on cons. So most likely something we're never gonna expect. None of the stuff we've seen so far, nothing even close to that. So what is it? Well, it's gonna surprise us apparently, either good or bad surprise, but it will be at least slightly open ending according to what I read from the cast, so that's good. Open means potential return of any form in the future, based on all the hints we've been getting. So what do you guys think of tonight's episode and this bleak ending God shows Sam? And he actually breaks Sam through it, and now we have a full-powered God. Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments.
The monsters.
The monsters. Without me, it's a law of nature. Dark forces prevail, monsters rule, and you, your brother, and everyone you love will die. Can you really live with that?
Point of like, okay, I think this is the right time. Like, it's a weird decision. And then I'm gonna sell him out. When Jensen got to Vancouver 2 weeks ago, I have a text message from him. He's like, man, crazy being back in Vancouver. I feel like we could do 2 more years. And I was like, let's talk, man. Like,
To all the SPN family out there, thank you so much for taking this journey with us for 15 years. We love you, and we won't be gone long, I promise.
No. You can't.
I did.
This is just an ending.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I know where I'm going.
But it's so dark.
But great, right? I can see it now. Supernatural, the end. And the cover is just a gravestone. It says Winchester. Fans are gonna love it. Well?
It's awful, horrible, it's hopeless. You can't do this to the fans. What you did to Dean, what you did to Sam.
There, see? It's making you feel something. That's good, right?
No!
I've talked about this a little bit before. Some of you may have heard this, but we went and sat down in the writer's room over the summer, and that's the first time we've done that ever in 15 years, or 14 years, I guess. And they gave us the pitch on what they had thought, or what they were planning to do for the end of the show. And I heard the pitch, and I was like, okay. And at first, I was kind of, it didn't sit well with me. And I went home, I slept on it, thought about it for a few days, and I was like, I don't know. I wasn't digging it. And so I was talking to my wife about it, and she was like, well, you should call somebody and talk to him about it. And I'm like, well, who? Everybody that was, was there in the room. Like, they're all on board. And she said, call Eric, Kripke, who created the show. who's not on the show anymore. He's off doing the Boys, which is a different show, which is fantastic if you haven't seen it. It's great. So I called him up and I said, hey man, you built this world. These are your characters that you created. This is how we're gonna wrap it up. I'm having a problem digesting it and I need your take on it. Just from an outsider's perspective who understands the world as well as he did. And he said, I'm getting on a plane right now, let me think about it, I'll send you an email. Great. So I got an email next day, and he broke it down in a way that really made sense, and he basically reminded me, he was like, you're too close to it. You gotta step back and look at it from an audience perspective, from a fan perspective, and think about what the characters are gonna go through, what the story's gonna go through, and how that is going to settle once all the dust clears. And I thought about it, and he was right. And now I really am excited about the ending of the show, and I think you guys will too. And again, if at first you're like, what? Take a minute, step back, and look at it maybe from a broader perspective, and think about how other endings might have fallen a little short or a little flat compared to what we're doing. So I hope you guys like it. We're going to try our best to knock it out of the park, like we always do. You guys have been with us for a long, long time. We don't want to let you down. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let my friends and our cast and our crew down. So this is not us just kind of drifting off into the night. This is us going out with as big a fireworks show as you can possibly have.
That's Chuck's ending? No, I don't think so. After everything that he has put us through, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some glorified fanboy get the last word.